This is my new toy, a big belt sander. This is a 1 horsepower, the old one was half horse. It's a 6-inch wide belt rather than 4-inch on the old one, and the actual flat area from there to there is about 17.5 inches, whereas on the old one it was about 11.5. The reason I got that was to prepare ash backing strips for my next project, which is a Warbow flight bow, and to glue that up I made myself this big jig. It was a bit of construction grade timber which I cut out to profile. Then the bit that I cut out I put underneath with all these little spacers. It looks a bit odd, but what that does is it allows me to put a G-clamp in there and clamp the bow down all the way along. And here's one I prepared earlier. So there you go, that was ash-backed yew. That's interesting, you can see where it's come off the former. There's a slight gap there, but it's basically taken on that nice little bit of reflex. I deliberately made the former longer than I needed in case I wanted to make slightly bigger bows, but this is a decent length. This is, I think it's about 6'4", I can't quite remember. But what I'll be doing now is I'm going to put some temporary nocks on the end of this and just get it up on the tiller just to see what it does. I've got the temporary nocks on there and a long string. Note when I say long, it's not actually hanging down very far at all. I've not rounded it too much or done anything in case I want to glue other bits on or what have you. It's 76 inches long and I'm aiming for somewhere between 100, 110, maybe 120 pound. We're looking at it to be a sort of flight warbow, so for shooting heavy warbow arrows but for maximum distance. So this is just the first go on the tiller. You can see that the yew belly was sawn to a rough taper. It's been glued up with a hint of reflex. Let's just see what it does. I'm really just looking to see which is going to be the upper limb, so which is the weakest, which is the strongest, and is it bending reasonably evenly, and will it have enough weight, will it get there in terms of weight? Well, yeah, it looks like it's going to have plenty of weight. It looks to be bending reasonably evenly. So there we are, where's 100 pounds straight away. That was 110. Oof. So that was about 110 at 20 inches. So I can go and look at that video and decide, you know, how it's looking, what I want to do to it, which limb looks the stiffer. Overall though, it looks like I've got, you know, plenty of draw weight to play with. I can make it narrower, slimmer, round the belly, do this, that and the other. So for a first guess glue up, it looks pretty good.